Welcome back. We were on part 2. It's time for the hot tags of the week. Some different things that have gone down over the past couple days in the world of pro wrestling. Let's talk about them one by one here. Submission Sorority changed their name to PCB due to a porn website. Traffic surged 56% after they announced that. And there was a report that it was Bang Bros, I think, owns the thing. They were going to send Vince McMahon like a gift basket as a thank you. PCB, fuck that name, right?
What was the name again?
PCB.
PCB?
Wait, guys, like, fuck you all.
When you complain that I'm not paying attention because I'm playing video games, you only have yourself to blame.
Why is it bugging you so much, the PCB pronunciation?
Because Payton said it about 20 fucking times in the last show.
What did you say about 20 times?
I think I said PCB. Is that what I said?
Yeah, so everybody hate this as much as I do. This whole...
It is the fucking worst. They would have been better off just going with Team Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
At least they were just lazy with that. This is like they tried to fucking miss the mark so bad.
Even worse is when they were structuring it on WWE.com as Team Paige Harlopecki with no fucking spaces in between it. That's not a name for a fucking team. That's just the 3 people without spaces. And, like, I just got done watching fucking Fantastic Four, and that movie ends with them going, oh, we should name ourselves, and all this kind of stupid crap, and that's terrible, and PCB's even worse. That speaks volumes. That movie's goddamn garbage. But Submission Sisters was another alternative that was being rumored around there. Would you have liked them to go with that instead of PCB, or is that, like, a little bit too blah, or, you know, any alternative names you guys have in mind?
Well, Paige was talking about JBL calling them the Freak Show. Why not? Or they also had all those early allusions to them being the Powerpuff Girls. Do something with that.
Hey, it'd be better than PCB, right?
You know what would have been an awesome team name? The Ring Kings.
Well, they'd have to be the Ring Queens.
Ooh. Hottest chicks.
That actually sounds less dorky than the Ring Kings.
Rosa Mendes announced that she's pregnant. That's why we haven't seen her in a while. Congrats. Maybe we won't see her back again, right?
Hopefully.
Any other thoughts on this? I figured it would be a quick one.
You said it really fast. I have no idea what you said.
Rosa Mendes. Rosa Mendes got knocked up. What you got to say about it?
Oh. Good for her.
Good for the baby.
I bet that guy's like, ah, fuck.
So, Michael Hayes, right?
Does that mean the baby's going to be born with, like, a rat tail?
So just a really long...
that means she's going to have triplets.
I think they've hired Sean Waltman to cut that off.
3-bird rule. A free-bird rule. A 3-bird.
3-bird.
3-bird rule.
Sounds like something Sean would come up with.
The 3-bird.
Hey, you know, if I go into a club, it doesn't have at least 3 birds for every dude.
It's the 3-bird rule. You know what I'm
It's the 3-bird rule.
Now he's starting to turn into Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo, it's the 3-bird rule.
See, I actually felt like I was doing Yogi Bear.
Oh, they're both the same.
Yabba dabba doo.
One eats picnic baskets, one eats fucking ribs.
Yeah, I like the part where Yogi Bear goes, fuck it up!
That was the deleted scene. Let's see. Scott Hall and Paige joked on Twitter back and forth. Scott Hall was basically like, hey, you naughty fucking minx. And she's like, yeah, I like it. And people went fucking nuts over it. Obviously, they were just kind of messing around and whatever, but there was, like, this huge, like, response of, like, this is creepy, and that's fucking weird, and all this, and I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Just 2 people goofing off, or is it, like, so taboo that it needs to be a fucking story?
Slow news day.
Yeah, good.
I really, to be honest with you, I don't get the connection between the 2 for them to even say that in the first place, but I really didn't care. Yeah, but I thought that, like, I didn't know if they did, like, some like project together and they were just like joking about something, or if they actually knew each other.
WWE. You might have heard of it.
Well, I watched that special that they had up, you know, that's been doing like that Click Week thing. they had some documentary up about Kevin Nash, and there was one quick insert of like a backstage thing where they were all goofing around, and Scott Hall was kind of flirting with Paige and stuff like that, and she was just kind of laughing it off, and they were just kind of, you know, typical, like, the old man looks at the hot chick and goes like, hey, I'd like a piece of that, and she's just like, stop it. You know, like, it's nothing at all, and people are, I don't know, like Peyton said, slow news day.
Hey, yo. Boobs.
The one thing I took away from this, Scott Nash, whenever Scott Hall, let's see, whenever he replies to something that he doesn't like on Twitter, he just replies with a simple "blow me" hashtag, and I just thought it was funny.
You sure that wasn't a reply to Paige?
Nah, it was.
Chael Sonnen has met with Michael Cole backstage at the SmackDown tapings. There are some reports that WWE might want to try to steal him from GFW before he even really gets a chance to work in that company. Or maybe they're going to try to get him to just sort of appear on WWE Network stuff, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Do you guys want to see Chael Sonnen in WWE, and if so, in what capacity?
When you say Chael Sonnen, you need to have the man, the myth, the legend, Chael Sonnen beforehand, but I will forgive you on this one occasion. Chael Sonnen could do whatever the hell he wants. That man, I worship the ground he walks on. He's fucking witty, hell of a fighter, and WWE would be lucky to sign him.
What would you like to see him do?
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing him get involved in the actual wrestling, but he might be getting up in years to do that, so any talk show segment he could handle. The guy fucking knows how to handle a crowd easy.
Pid, what do you think?
That's gone.
Yeah.
The cricket's doing it.
Yeah, it distracted me so.
That's Wago's cricket, right?
And, well, we don't know if it's yours. That's for damn sure. You killed that like a year ago.
Yeah, my cricket's pissing me off.
It's trying to chime in on what it thinks Chael Sonnen should do.
Here's the thing, I can't, like, hear it through my headphones, so only you guys are hearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't hear anything else but it.
You run it through Google Translator, and it goes, I think that he would be great as some kind of a talk show. Guys, I want to tag in.
Yeah, the only MMA asset bigger than her that they can get at this point is get better than him is Ronda Rousey.
Bigger than her.
And they're in the process of getting them both, it seems. Huh. Problem with Chael Sonnen is that he might not test so well on those drug tests.
Who needs drug tests? Triple H doesn't.
You think that they actually give the test to the people that are doing the non-wrestling stuff? Like,
oh, hell yeah, dude. Referees have been suspended.
I'm going to put it this way. A guy like The Rock isn't getting tested.
Well, the referees I can understand too, but I mean, if you're like Renee Young, do you think that you really have to take it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I imagine any regular employee gets tested, and not the only people that do it. Plenty of workplaces test. As far as how much, I think it depends on the individual. Like, who's fucking testing Brock Lesnar? No one's going anywhere near that guy.
Imagine it came out that Renee Young was taking steroids.
That would be so fucking weird.
There was a scenario very similar to that, and I don't think it was Colin Delaney or whatever his name was, but it was someone with a very similar build. I was like, you are?
Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, good point.
I would be so surprised if it was just like, you know, the latest suspension, Rich Brennan has popped for fucking...
Who's Rich Brennan?
Exactly.
Some guy in NXT, commentator.
He's the Michael Cole of NXT.
Oh.
It'd be like that little dude, like that guy's fucking, you know.
Like
comes out the next, in like 30-day suspension, he comes back later, he's fucking jacked, and what the fuck's up?
The fuck are you guys talking about? Look to see before he even left.
He comes back in 30 days and he's actually like half the size that he is now. Because he had to clean up.
Yeah, he's like,
I guess he was juicing.
Hey, shit, that's what happened with Masters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Masters was a huge drop off.
Yeah, I was like, alright, he's been suspended for a month. Where's Masters?
Poor guy. And then it was like, oh, you're not jacked anymore. We don't have anything for you. And he's like, yeah, but you guys made me.
I'm leaner and meaner?
Look what I learned to do.
Pecs.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's just George of the Jungle.
What you couldn't do that anymore after he got popped. Like, soon as he built half the size, he can't even do the nipple bump anymore.
It seems like he literally got popped. Like he was about to explode, and then someone popped him. And that's what came back after they got him back together.
Chris Masters, watch out for that test.
Speaking of people being returning and repackaging and whatever, like that kind of stuff, Brad Maddox might not be in that beef mode tag team as Brad Maddox. He's changed his name to Joshua Kingsley, dyed his hair blonde, and looks insanely like Eric Bischoff.
Moment of silence for Brad Maddox.
WWE needs more job guys.
You know, Brad Maddox wasn't going to go anywhere anyways, so at least this gives him something. He looks different, and I don't think he looks half bad. Like, I saw a picture. God, dude, he looks, for his size, he looks in shape.
Maybe he's just trying to steal fucking Ziggler's gimmick whilst he's got his hair dyed again.
He better be in shape if he's in a tag team called Beef Mode. Now, here's the thing. I don't really know what the gimmick exactly is supposed to be for Beef Mode, but I'm looking at him now, and he's in this tag team where they're supposed to be like two good-looking dudes with towels, and now he just dyed his hair, or bleached it, I should say, blonde. Anyone else starting to get a Billy and Chuck vibe?
I was going to say more Heartbreakers, that terrible fucking tag team from Raw.
If you look at the way, like, he's got, like, the suspenders and stuff in that one picture, that reminds me a little bit of, like, a cross between the Vaudevillains and, like, the steampunky kind of thing.
What?
Like,
where the hell are you getting this stuff from?
Like, you know how, like, Simon Gotch has that mustache and shit?
Yes.
The suspenders and the khaki pants that I saw and the white shirt remind me of, like, old strongman. But I saw some other picture that it kind of, like, somebody put the idea in my mind of, like, what if he was trying to go for the steampunk era, but without, like, the steampunk glasses and goggles and shit like that. Like, if they would add more to it over time, because this is brand new. I mean, he just appeared randomly in a dark match, so they're going to add more to it, I'm sure.
So when did this rant start?
When did what?
This rant, I'm like totally lost already.
Yeah, dude, I don't see how you got this at all. They're doing like a fucking like sexy jock gimmick. I don't know where you're getting all this steampunk stuff from.
Not super steampunk, but more so on the other side of things, on the strongman type.
I've just been hearing that apparently he is supposed to turn gay with Madam Rose, so that's all I know.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. There's a freaking Billy and Chuck thing going on here. Totally.
Heartbreakers. No. Billy and Chuck was good.
I don't know.
I think like Drew just had a stroke.
Well, where would you like to see him make his debut or re-debut or whatever like that? Do you want him to go to NXT, or do you want him to just come right up to the main roster with Adam Rose?
I want to win the championship right off the bat.
End of year releases.
Wherever management feels it is appropriate for him to be.
Oh, it's such a cop-out answer. I trust WWE.
Well, they're not going to freaking put him on Raw if he's not ready to be. That's why they have NXT. So if he needs some seasoning and him and Adam Rose need some time to, like, you know, figure out some tag team moves and stuff like that, then put him on NXT.
Yeah, if he wants to have some...
Plus, you need fill-in tag teams. If you're bringing up Enzo and Cass to the main roster, you already brought up Lucha Dragons and Ascension. You're going to need some more tag teams for that NXT roster.
Hang on, NXT's got Blake and Murphy. I mean,
that's exactly
all they need.
We all know that, you know, nothing beats Shoot Nation and the Mechanics.
Blake and Murphy was a team that, like, I don't think anyone ever expected to be tag team champions down there. So, hey, you never know. Those who can impress people down there, don't be too surprised if they can somehow become champions in this sort of way.
I'm just going to say the dark days for NXT are right around the corner.
Oh.
No, they're going to be fine. It's only an hour.
There is going to be a quality drop, I guarantee you.
Yeah, but...
I expected that for a long time because I knew these guys couldn't stay down there forever.
If there was going to be a quality drop, it would have already happened.
I would be more worried about, like, post-WrestleMania next year. Because by that time, I would think Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens wouldn't be really showing up anymore.
T-Breeze.
Enzo and Cass have got to come up soon. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Brooklyn.
They need to snag some more indie darlings because that's what their product's been catering towards the whole time.
Well, here's the thing: if they bring people up, some of those people will be going down. So you never know. Some talents from the main roster who just got lost in the shuffle could possibly go down there and shine. You know, that's why I've been with Tyson Kidd.
Here's the thing. All right, TNA is about to go out of business. Lucha Underground is in flux over whether they're going to have another season or not. GFW, who knows whether they're going to get anywhere off the ground. If Chael Sonnen is already being like, well, maybe I should look at something better. Maybe they can persuade anybody else they want. They are in a very good position right now with a big pool of talent that they can grab from if they need to. NXT is going to be just fine.
You trust WWE.
And then next year, TNA's still in business.
Oh, God, it better fucking not be.
I guarantee it will be. I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna hang on right to the fucking end.
Is Aries
Hopefully
still?
that runs right around the corner.
Is Aries still in TNA?
Who?
Austin
Aries.
Aries.
I think he's like a per appearance.
If WWE,
Is it
If
everyone a
WWE
per
wants-
appearance though?
if WWE wants to snag a really good guy right now, I say they need to go for Adam Cole and Angelico. Those two are fucking awesome.
Oh, I got breaking news, guys. Speaking of TNA, it appears they just signed a multi-year deal with Bram.
Oh, well, sweet. They're good for, like, you know...
Yeah, I guess if they're investing
And-
multiple years into Bram, they plan on being around.
In addition, Dixie Carter will comment on it later.
And it's going to change wrestling forever. Another thing is that a fan threw a replica Money in the Bank briefcase at Roman Reigns during a live event, hit him square in the head, and he's ejected from live events for good now. He can't go to any more wrestling things, so, you know, guess it was worth it, right? I don't know. What do you guys think about this? I mean, obviously we would all agree that it's not a good thing for fans to chuck shit into the ring and hit people, but...
How does that work, though? How can they ban somebody? Like, there's a crowds are pretty fucking big. Can't you just sneak in there? Like,
I'm assuming it's more so intimidation tactics. Like, if they ever did catch that he was there, he would get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, do you really want to risk it, kind of? Well, they'd
I
get away with
would.
it.
The fucking chances are pretty good.
You'd be surprised, because they have your names on those tickets and stuff.
Yeah, but if you sell them off, or if you buy them off of StubHub, it'd have the person who originally bought the ticket's name on it.
Anyway, this is boring. I want to talk more about the fact that Roman Reigns has now officially been crowned the Money in the Bonk winner.
We were joking before we started recording about the idea that, like, it must have been confusing for Roman Reigns, because he's just kind of like, wait, am I the champion being cashed in on? What's going on here?
Yeah, it was just now snapping back to reality. That's why he was like shocked in the corner, like, I've had a headache for this longest time. Jesus.
It's like, Seth?
What?
Sheamus?
What?
Guys?
I'm just saying, this guy is lucky that Roman Reigns is not one of those guys who gets, like, violent when he gets into, like, a situation like that. Because, like, that was Brock Lesnar or something.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar would have, like, you know, destroyed the barricade and beat the shit out of the guy.
Fuck, I'm just saying it's a good job that Earl Hebner isn't refereeing anymore. There's, like, a whole bunch of stories about him just fucking fans up that jump the rail.
Wouldn't that be great if he was in the crowd, though? I want to get my job back. Yo, Brock, come here. Help me kick this guy's ass.
Yeah, maybe he was the one that threw the briefcase in. Yeah,
Great if he
take
gets,
this.
he gets his job back by taking down the guy that insulted Roman Reigns.
It's Bret Hart. Any other thoughts about the Money in the Bank thing, though? What's, like, the security concerns, or, you know, how could they have handled it?
To be fair, though, they handled the situation well. The guy got ejected as soon as he did it, and, you know, I've seen the videos that people recorded of it. You know, everyone was pissed off at the guy because they.
Why'd you say that like
match
such a
was going
hipster?
on. I
If you've seen the videos.
I saw it before it was cool.
Anyways, I lost track, so I'm done. Dave, you painted.
Ah, man, I just want to ruffle Drew's hair sometimes.
That
Send him on his way.
SC Scoops is reporting that King Barrett might drop the King gimmick and go back to Bad News Barrett. Is this a good idea?
Oh yeah, it's been
I'm not sure that I think he needs to pick the Bad News character back up after SummerSlam. I actually think the King character works a lot better in this whole superhero thing.
Sure, but after that, this whole King character's been tainted. Like, when you got R-Truth going around with a plunger and all that bullshit, it's done.
That's a good way of putting it.
Now, I'm thinking if they make him go back to Bad News Barrett, they have to turn him babyface.
That gimmick
How would you
is
turn him babyface?
That gimmick is a better babyface gimmick, and because of the humor involved with it.
Mm-hmm.
If Barrett could, if this was a non-PG environment, that's one of the few gimmicks I think would be much better as a heel gimmick.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of babyface heat at one point with that gimmick right before they turned him into the King.
Because you can't do anything edgy or over the top to make people really fucking pissed off with him. And it's so fun to fucking actually talk along with him and go, bad news. It's fucking sweet. So...
And the freaking pillar?
Yeah, like,
the pillar.
People pop for that.
The mallet.
I remember the first time he was on it, and he just like kept going up and up and up further into the ceiling. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be like the freaking thing from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He just flies through the ceiling.
Do you know what role I actually want to see him in more than a wrestling role? I want him to be the on-screen authority. Like, I've got some bad news every time there's 4 guys in a ring tag match.
You know, it'd be kind of cool is if he sticks around long enough that he can be one of those guest like commissioner roles.
He'd be fucking awesome. And you know what? Mick Foley had a gavel, so does he.
Yeah.
Or did he have a mallet?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Last hot tag that I've got here, John Cena's t-shirt that just came out. It says 15-time champion on that. Spoils SummerSlam match much?
Maybe. It might be one of those things where he's going to wear that shirt. Wait, how long have we got till SummerSlam?
2 weeks.
It's not this Sunday, but the next one?
Next one. 2 weeks. Yep.
You see, I'd say that would be smart if he could like battle the Never Shuts Up t-shirt with the 15 times t-shirt. But I don't think that's a smart idea if he's... Like, fuck.
They've done limited run shirts before. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, they could, but...
Anybody else think it looks really fucking ugly, too?
It's on par with any other John Cena shirt. I
don't think it's as bad as it's not fucking ugly. I mean, there's some bad t-shirts. Like the Bulldog one was bad. This one's not.
Bulldog
this one
one?
isn't that bad. Yeah, there's a Bulldog one. Bulldog. It's like 2006. It was a Bulldog with like a army helmet on it. So
as soon as he stopped wearing black t-shirts, all his designs went to shit.
Mm-hmm.
See, what I hate about this is it's like that pumpkin orange.
I think it's Dolphins colors, which I'm not really sure why.
No, don't the Dolphins have more of like a bluish thing instead of like that plant green?
I don't know, but he always does well on predictions.
You know, Miami Hurricanes, the college in Miami, is more like that than the Dolphins, so the Marlins as well.
I don't know who snickered at that, but I'm glad that wasn't lost in everyone.
Good old Reddit. Alright, well, I think that will tap us out for the hot tags. Leave those comments below. Tell us what you think about all these different subjects that we ran down here. And take a little break with the rest hold in part 3. After that, we're going to come back with the mailbag, so stay tuned. Click on the next part, and we'll see you there.